We have to say, yes, absolutely, there's a genius there. And you see how we can easily get started in trying to direct someone's genius. And you could also see how sometimes when we suggest that someone applies their genius in a certain way, that perhaps it's not exactly what they want to do. Have fun and recognize your genius and take responsibility for your genius. But the only way they can leave the office is if other people are kind of taking that work from them. What else? Yep, good suggestion. Long-term competitive advantage. What else? Anything else? Yeah, fantastic, guys. Innovation. What do we typically experience in organizations? What are some of the downfalls, pitfalls? And talk about your own experiences. Lack of communication. How about make something out of this, Andy? Rick? Make something out of that. Adam, if you could make something out of that, you have 5 minutes. Don't forget to have fun. 80% of change initiatives fail. Either lose a company money or fail to realize or recognize the value that they initially intended. We've never had access to more technology that can facilitate relationships, never had access to more strategic advice than we do today, and yet still 80% of change initiatives fail. Every single business in the world, across every industry segment, long-term sustainable competitive advantage comes from providing a customer experience. Nobody knows your organization more than yourself. So too often we look externally for people to provide information when really, no one has more intimate knowledge of clients than the people who are dealing with the clients. And what drives this, because this is theory, what drives this are accountability, people taking initiative, appreciation, and collaboration. So, accountability. It's not accountability to reprimand people, it's accountability to learn. And when I talk about leadership, it is not the theoretical leadership, it is actually applied leadership. How do you get people to getting things done? First and foremost is understanding what they're really great at, what they love to do. The second component, leadership. So I talk about that, that's the theoretical sense. Persona grata, in Latin, this is a welcomed person. Think about the people who you really love, who you respect, and think if they were to come to ask you something, to do something. Would you be more willing or less willing, to follow what this person is saying relative to someone who you don't know? And so really, what it comes down to organizational change are people kind of being celebrated and recognizing what their genius is. And the second component is having them as change agents. And change agents really are people who are welcomed. And how do you become a welcomed person? It's with less judgment and greater appreciation. For oneself and for others. And take responsibility for promoting that genius of yourself. And so those dreams that we put up there, I want you not only to focus on it for yourself, but think about the people in this room, how they might be able to support you.